So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men? No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers?
At a point, I was thinking that it's a good thing if you're not being approached by men anymore. I feel like we did a video about this a few days ago, saying that women that were feeling like they're in their ugly privilege, that men don't approach them, and they kind of like it because they don't want it actually, and they're avoiding a lot of BS from men. But then I saw this video again, and a lady was complaining that she doesn't get approached by men anymore. She's pretty, right? And she says she doesn't get approached by men anymore, and she's asking for tips on how to approach men because she actually wants to date. Let me really click for you all to watch to the end, and I'm back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men? No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has me questioning myself. Like, am I not as attractive as I thought I am? Am I looking old? Am I intimidating? Like, what is it? So now I'm starting to realize that since men don't come up to me, I have to be the one to go up to them. And that makes me super nervous because it's like, how do I know I'm not going to get rejected if you didn't come up to me in the first place and then I make the decision to go up to you? How do I know I won't face rejection? So can I get some tips and tricks, some advice on how to approach a man that I think is cute? Because I have no idea how to. Like, I'm scared and I feel like I can only approach men if I'm drunk, which is not often.
I feel like for one reason where men might not approach women anymore is probably they've actually look at you from head to toe. They've weighed you and be like, I don't think this girl, she's above my standard. I don't want to go meet her and get rejected. Da, 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 da. So they kind of step back, and which is good because that's what we've been saying. If a woman is not within your league, don't go meet her. So I feel like they are learning, but then some women find it, somehow that men don't approach them, and they kind of want to learn how to get approached. But then there's some men that stitch this video and telling her how to approach men. See, the question is, if someone comes to meet you and say, I don't get approached by men anymore, is your advice going to be, go and approach the man you like, or something else? Because I don't think I would advise any woman to approach Matcha. I have a few reactions to share with you. Let's go and watch the videos together, and I'm back to share my thoughts at the end of the video.
It's like, how do I know I'm not going to get rejected if you didn't come up to me in the first place?
Disregard the feather. I found it when I was walking. So, I'm going to help you out, sis. And take this with a grain of salt because I am a married man. So I have no idea what this feels like. But let me tell you this. From a male's perspective, and you have to look at what's going on today, right? I think men and women both have made it increasingly more and more difficult to break the ice to get to know someone because of these gender wars, right? Men won't do this, women won't do this. That's besides the point. So you're finding yourself in this predicament where men are not coming up to you, but you want men to come to you. It's a different day and age now. That's not gonna happen as much. That same fear that you feel, that same fear of rejection that you feel, men feel that 10 times over. Promise you. We feel that 10 times over because it's just something as a man you have to deal with, especially if you're not a drop dead gorgeous man. You get what I'm saying? If you're kind of challenged in those areas, it looks wise. So you have to deal with that regret. But ultimately, if you want to do the thing of nature and get married and have kids and all that stuff, you kind of got to jump off the bridge, man. You got to jump. Sometimes you're jumping with the rope, sometimes you're jumping without a rope. You just never know. But for you specifically, I think that you should get over the aspect of being nervous about it, because it just is what it is. But man, understand that you're probably 1 to 5% of females that are out here that are willing to break the ice and or, you know, be the person that's gonna be the daredevil and say, hey, I'm interested in you, I want to go out with you, what's up? I think that's pretty cool. I think it's dope. Men secretly, we like when women initiate. We love it. Even if we have the power to initiate, even if we have zero problem with initiating, it's just something about when a woman takes control and initiates something like that. So for me, that would be a plus. I'm not speaking for every man, but I think I can confidently speak for every man and say that would be a plus if you did take the time out to set everything to the side, set your pride to the side, and introduce yourself. You never know. You might meet the man of your dreams. You might meet your next husband, or your only husband, hopefully, and the next time you do that. So don't be afraid. Jump off. You might have a parachute, you might not, but you never know until you try.
So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men? No.
I don't think you're the only woman having that issue, but I'm not having that issue. I'm currently dating somebody, but I've been on several dates within the last month. I have men constantly asking for my phone number, asking me out. I just had two guys, in fact, hit on me yesterday. And the store that I was going to, the guy in the store was hitting on me. It was all in a respectful way. I don't know. Maybe it's the way I'm carrying myself. I don't know, but I'm not having that problem.
And that makes me super nervous because it's like, how do I know I'm not going to get rejected?
You don't. You just got to keep in mind that them rejecting you might have nothing to do with you. As wild as that concept might sound, it's the truth. Because there's hundreds of reasons why somebody might reject somebody else, other than the things that most of us are insecure about, like our looks, our age, height, weight, whatever. That's why you just got to take your L sometimes and keep it pushing. Because I promise if you get a yes right after that no, you're going to forget all about that no.
So can I get some tips and tricks, some advice on how to approach a man that I think is cute?
That's what's up. Great video, by the way. I had made a video a while ago talking about the takeaway. It's a sales tactic that gets people interested and then you take it away from them. But I have another thing that can help you get approached more. Now, keep in mind, you're going to have dudes that just shoot because that's just what they do. Shoot or shoot. Some people shoot at anything because they got a high level of confidence and that's just what they do. On the other hand, if those guys aren't your cup of tea, for a different caliber of man, you have to at least show a little bit of interest to get them to approach you. Keep in mind, this is not chasing. This is not being thirsty. It's just showing a little bit of interest if you don't want to do the takeaway. So I think the art of seduction is starting to be lost. And with that, like, have you ever heard of the term bedroom eyes? Now, guaranteed, this will get your numbers up. Just don't go too crazy with it. You feel me? So the eyes can be very flirty and it can be your biggest tool when you're trying to get someone interested. Like, you ever double take at somebody where you look and then they turn their head, so you turn your head because you get a little nervous, but then you look again because you're like, damn, they're really attractive and I wish they would say something to me. There's a big chance that he probably caught you staring at him and he probably could think you're attractive too. However, he's waiting for what they call a choosing signal to approach. Here's one. You can give him bedroom eyes. Now, there's two levels you can be on a scale of 1 to 10, right? There's a 1. Do not do a 1. The 1 is the deer in headlights where you just staring like this. Don't do that. That's kind of creepy and it's low key. The 10 is, yo, I'm trying to rip your clothes off right here, right now. Don't do that either. You need to find a happy medium. I say get to about like a 7. You give this dude a 7 with your eyes, maybe throw a little smirk or a smile in there, guaranteed buddy's gonna come over and say something to you. There's a big difference between this is the 1. Here's a 7. You see what I'm saying? Maybe twirl your hair a little bit. Boom. Hope that helps.
If you don't get approached by men anymore and you're bothered and you want to be approached by men, I don't think the best thing for you is to learn to approach men, because I don't know, maybe because the African lady in me, I feel like it's the man that's supposed to approach me. Even if I like you, you have to come and meet me and talk to me. You have to come and ask me out. You have to come and propose. You have, but I feel like other people, I don't know. They might see it as a normal thing, but I don't see it as, just like when a woman tried to propose to a man, like, it's weird. You have to do it, right? You have to be the one to do it. If you like me and you don't come and meet me, and why am I the one coming to meet you? Then if you see me and you don't come and meet me, I just feel like there are other ways to actually start up conversations. You can start up conversation with the person, probably you like the person, you can just start up random conversation, but not going to approach a man and be like, hi, you look good, can I have your number? Have you ever approached me before? Let me know that comment section, because I find it very approaching a lady, fine girl, approaching a man, and I feel like the men self, they'll be shocked and be like, why is she approaching me? Because they'll be like, and I feel like if a man does not approach you, if you feel like men are not approaching you, probably where you're going, the kind of men you're meeting, they've seen you and they're afraid to come and meet you because they see that your standards are higher than them, which is nice. Which is nice, because I've been saying it, these men should be with women that are, in fact, lower than them, so that they can, because most of the time they go and meet women that are up here while they are down there. Then they try to bring the woman down. And in fact, that's like the worst thing. What is your take on this conversation? Would you advise women to go and approach men, for women that want to date, right? For women that still want to date, would you advise them to go and approach men if they are feeling that they don't get approached? Would you? Have you ever done it? Let me know that in the comment section. Let's have conversation in the comment section respectfully. And thank you all so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and please turn on the post notification bell so you get notified once I upload another interesting video. And I'll see you all in my next video.